Well, hello there. Diary entry for 29th September being yesterday, Tuesday. Not bad a day, quite busy to some degree. Depends on what you define the term as busy. I was due to go to the Intrio, which is the government initiative for people who are looking for jobs, i.e. those who are on the job seekers allowance payment. I'm on that system, you see now. Hang on a do. And sorry about that. So as I was saying, that's what I was due to go to that, but however after a lovely night's sleep, which I think, yes, after a lovely night's sleep, I was unable to get out of bed. Perhaps the blankets love me, which you be getting me. What do you call it? Links to that in it. Well, obviously this pages have to be set up and all that, so when I get them set up, you'll have access to them, So then, as they wouldn't let me to get out of bed, so I decided to stay home. Now, but unfortunately, things didn't turn out the way I had planned. And what I mean by that is, I headed back to sleep, of which I regret doing so. And by that I mean that I had a dream in which it brought in my orphanage days and my love for my ex-boyfriend into one dream, which is quite interesting. Maybe what my sister said a few months ago, or more so a few years ago, that she knew I was gay even in the orphanage, just to come back when I was a kid, like a toddler. Maybe, I don't know, but anyway. So the dream is as follows. Now it's not really triggering as such, but when it deals with Romania or with the orphanage, it depends on the person. In my case, it would affect me to a certain degree, not much, but anyway. I'm supposed to be the strong one, but anyway, whatever. So I'm in a kitchen whereby there's a group of us, so there's a group of lads who are doing something in the kitchen, probably cooking, I think, or something. And there's this woman, middle-aged woman, I give her about early to mid-50s, okay? She obviously has English, right? And she's the splitting voice of a nurse who was in Romania in the orphanage, and the voice is I think what triggered me or what threw me off. And she, I assume, is homophobic because, I'll tell you why very quickly, she had done something behind my back and talks. So maybe she'd said something, oh, get away, or maybe she threatened the lad or whatever, I don't know. Because I apparently in the dream was in love with this particular guy, and she'd said something to this particular guy, or, well, there's a bunch of them, because you see, what was going on, from what I can gather, was that I was actually going into the kitchen with the lads, and they were acting mysteriously or acting very strange with me, i.e. small talk, as one would say. So what happened was then, I think the lads disappeared somewhere else or whatever, because they were out of my dream, and I was there, literally crying my heart out, or pouring my heart out to her, in saying that I'm in love with this particular lad or this particular person. And this was going on for a few minutes, and I continued saying, how could you do such a thing, and all, the stuff I went through with my mother here in Ireland. So that's why I was trying to say, what happened in Romania was with the nurse's voice. That's where the orphanage Romania comes in. And then the bit that she told the lad to fuck off or to do whatever it was she asked him or told him to do. And that's brought in the homophobia, or don't keep saying the homophobia aspect of it. So that's what I meant by two things in one go. So it could be traumas, I don't know, come back to haunt me. I don't know. Only time will tell, as I say, no one knows the future. Only one man above knows, but this ain't the religious suppose, so that'll be the end of that, anyway. So then afterwards I met up with my sis, and for a few minutes, I met up with my sis for a few minutes, considering it's a beautiful day out yesterday, gorgeous day, like sun, wet, sun, etc, except it's a bit chilly in my case, but anyway, whatever. So she and I were consoling a friend, whereby then my friend was going to a psychiatric appointment. So I went in with him to see the doctor and himself also. My sister waited outside, or more so, yeah, we'll tell her the outside, you get what I mean. And then the thing that the psych doctor, or whatever they call him, that these a doctor will call her, was interesting. Some were interesting, some not. But she suggested that my friend would go for group therapy, which of course I know for a fact that he ain't into that at all. Yeah, like I've known him for years and he just ain't into that. So then, so one thing stood out in what the doctor said, and in that she said that my friend was crazy to have such thoughts and etc. etc. Which I was very deeply offended on behalf of the friend. So I pointed out to in that my friend is actually normal in commas. And she says to me, the doctor, what is normal like? And I just simply couldn't answer. And she said, that's your answer, Joel. We don't know. He ain't normal, that sort of thing. And I was simply trying to tell her that everyone is normal in their own unique way. So that's why I say with the doctor that my my friend had, it's half and half. So I won't be in a rush to run after her again, But anyway, I'm a guy who actually supports people, I put my needs ahead of, no, the other way around. I put my friends' needs ahead of the others, or ahead of my own, I should say. That's what I'm trying to say. So, based on that stuff, that's what I'm trying to say. So then after that, I left the friend home to a bus stop because he lives elsewhere. Well, not that far considering just that's his catchment area in Strand House. So then I headed back. I left my friend to the bus stop, and I went back with my sis. Now, last night, shortly before I went to bed, the TV stand nearly broke. Or was that today? Well, sorry, yesterday. No, it was actually yesterday before I went down to my sister in the evening. Because I'd seen my sister earlier in the day just for trying out because usually it was. I try again before it was a beautiful day. Well, actually, I was looking at TV while I was waiting for it to go down to my sis. Or whatever. Jeez, what the hell was I able to have today? Right, I'll try again. Basically, what happened was I went back with my sis for a cup of tea, and then because I had to get my dole, etc., I headed back. And then while I was waiting, I think I was gathering a few documentation or stuff for the dole in terms of the card, in case you need to know who I am, which he obviously knows who I am, but just for security reasons, policy reasons, another time they'd ask me for my passport, so I was getting that. While I was getting that, I was looking at TV just for a second or whatever, and literally the stand broke. So with the loss of TV possibly, I decided to head to my folks, which technically I didn't wanna, but anyway, I had to, because my dad was being the expert and handyman at times. He would have come in handy. So I went up to the door with the TV trawling under my arm, people on the street thinking I was stealing it or something, on the bike, and then head into AIB to lodge the cash into the bank, which God reminds me I've yet to pay the Sky and the other feckers, the meteors, so we'll do that soon. Don't do that anymore. And of course my weekly small changes visit, which is a kind of a health shop, sorry, and that sort of thing. But anyway, so then afterwards then, while trawling my TV up with me, I decided to I headed to me folks. Unfortunately, Dad wasn't there because he was down in his hometown, or home county, it's more like, in County Meath. So I tried looking for screws for the TV in his garage, where he has collections, as I say, but to no avail. So then Mum and I headed on home. Now she had the cars, and she brought the TV back home, and I cycled home. And she suggested that I go and get a takeout. And for some mysterious reasons, I turned up down with my sister again, which clearly, considering it's a Tuesday, I was. We just basically watched TV, looked at Golden Girls and Everybody Loves Raymond, that sort of thing. That's about it. And of course the chats. Nothing different, no biggie to say. That's basically what I did for Tuesday being yesterday. So it wasn't bad today, I take it, So look at yourselves and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow, okay? Ciao, bella.